Okay, welcome back everyone to the post-lunch session. We will talk about assessment task 1 out of 3, as you can see it here, for the unit called Coordinate Business Operation Plans, BSBOPS402. Okay. Is a quiz. There are 16 questions. The file which I have sent you might say 23, but it's 16. Just verify that. Yeah. Just one remark. Again, it's in general, not to point anyone, but always write 2 or 4 sentences. So when it's say, for example, it is a question answer, so all this thing is pretty standard. Always send me this file. With any assessment that you send, I need this file. It's been almost 5 months. I've been telling this everyone, but still sometimes you miss it. And the more clear email that you send me is easier for me to review it and provide you a feedback. You know, if your emails is messy, your work is messy, then I spend more time and then I'll follow the rules, right? If you don't do your bit clearly, then I'll start following the rules. I normally don't count the submission, but I might start count it, if I'm spending too much time, because I don't want to devote my whole time to just one candidate's marking and sacrifice everything else. Yeah. Right. So this is a cover sheet, that's fine. 16 question, everything else is the same, right? Yeah, when it says satisfactory standard, it's like more with me, but like I said, never write the dot point, right? Write a whole sentence. Okay. So for example, if it is like this, write 3 effective process. So I won't be simply talking about, consultation, right? That's not a process, right? I should write consultation. Oh, what happened? Consultation with stakeholders, and write a bit more about it, that what I mean by consultation. Even 1 or 2 sentences will do. So your whole answer will have 3 or 4 sentences, yeah, or something like that, yeah. So please write a bit more. Right. What are the 3 effective processes you can adopt to identify resource requirement? How do you identify resource requirement? You talk to someone, isn't it? But we don't write in a plain language. We call it consultation with the resource manager, right? What are the 3 processes you can adopt to accurately identify resource requirement, right? If I need something, right? If I need some file, okay, from the, no, immigration is not a good example. If I need a machine, right, like a good printer machine, right, like a good printer, I need to identify and talk to someone. Hey, what do you think? Which one is a good printer? Maybe revisit some of the printer company, see the latest trend in the market. What are the good machines in the market? And then I have to identify that, okay, this resource is perfect for me. I need only this printer, nothing else. Yeah. So consultation is one of them. The next one is review the plans, your operation plan, your organization plan, or charts requirement, right? We might say, industry visit. If I need a printer, I cannot decide on my own. If I need to buy a car, can you just review on a Google and just buy an expensive car? Or would you just, do some research on it? Which car is good? Is it manual? Is it automatic? Is it 5-seater? Is it 3-door? Is it 5-door? Right? What's the fuel economy? Right? Isn't it? Yeah. So industry visit, you go and test drive some of the cars before you buy one. Yeah, you can list a lot more, but I'm just giving a hint of these 3. Okay, I'm just reducing space in here so I can fit more question in one go. Okay. What are the 3 examples of sources of information to identify resource requirement? Here you are talking about the processes. Here talking about the examples. Yeah, that's a difference. Again, you can copy the same thing, but don't write in us in terms of the processes, write in example. Operation plan. Oh, there you got it. Converse with the manager who created current programs, fitting the employee work. That's great, Ashwin sir. Thank you. Yeah. Review the budget plan as an example, isn't it? Before I do all my research, I need to see if my company will support my budget or not. I might go and do a lot of research, this printer is good, that printer is good, doing everything. But then my boss says, no, Tushant, you have to hold it up for 2 years. I don't have enough money. Then what's the point? Yeah, budget. Like I said a bit earlier, we don't need to plan it. We all need some budget. Yeah. Why would you need to know the option available to you to identify resource requirement for the operation plan? So you can optimally use the resources available without wasting or without investing so much time and energy, isn't it? Yeah. Next. Describe 5 actions that may be required when implementing contingency plan. A minimum of one of these actions must address consultation requirement. 5 actions that you do is required to implement contingency plan. Contingency, very important, like I said earlier as well. If you're not prepared for emergency, that's it. In real life, in your work, everywhere. What is your plan B? Can someone tell me few contingency? Sorry, sir.
The question that I have in front of me, it's different. Excuse me, because question number 3 says describe 3 actions that should take place when developing a contingency plan. Everybody else, are you on the same page or are you with Dushyant, sir?
I just sent one in a chat. Did you get it from chat?
No, I downloaded from my village.
No, because it's updated. That was a reason that I had to wait for this. Never, I'll just send it again. Just send it again. Just give me one second. That's good that you brought up. Yeah, because it was being changed. I'm sending it again. So those who, it won't let me if it's open. Just give me one sec.
No, you can do that at the end.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You'll need it. I mean, I prefer reading it with me,
That part is that I already completed that.
Okay. But
Yes.
you don't have to worry about it because most of it
Are similar.
Yeah, most of it will be similar. Why it's not
I
letting
was about to send you the AT1.
No, wait. Why it's not let me everyone and anyone directly? No, that's fine. Insert. Sorry, it's not letting me to drag and drop. Cool. Okay. As I said, follow the latest one, and this is the latest one. Yeah. So describe 5 actions that may be required when implementing contingency plan. One of these must address consultation requirement. Okay. Yes. Can I have someone to respond to this question? Anyone? Very good. Thank you. Brainstorm and list down the key risk. Prioritize. Faith, say something. Share the plan with your team. Very good. Again, you can talk about consultation with all the senior person. If you're dealing a project first time, you don't know what contingency you'll require, isn't it? Yeah. If I'm coming to Solomon, right, on my own, right, I don't know what preparation I need. Do I need malaria shot? Do I need a flu shot? Right. I mean, the government department will not allow me. People like Elizabeth are doing really good job in immigration, right? So they will do all the things, but just imagine as a tourist, I might have missed something, and I'm not prepared. But if I had consulted the right person, right, then I know the risk. If I'm coming to Solomon, obviously I'll get in touch with some of you who will tell me that, okay, this much clothes, this is a weather like, you need an umbrella, you need this type of shoes, and this, whatever is required. Yeah, maybe mosquito repellent cream, or whatever, what else is required, right? If you go to the Northern Territory, they say you need some cream. So if at all there is a snake bite or something, snake spray, or that's what they were saying. One of my student lives there, so he was telling me like that. In Australia, that snakes are very common in Northern Territory. Yeah, so if you consult someone, you know the risk. Yeah, and that's what contingency planning is all about. Think of 5 such things. We already got 3 on the list. 4th one that I said, fine tuning, both old and the one you sent I wasn't too good. Okay, good. Okay, right. Describe 3 actions that you should take place when developing a contingency plan. What should happen? Consultation should happen, number 1. That's a confirmed thing. Yeah. If I'm having a contingency planning, backup planning, right? Communication to the range of stakeholders is another thing. My consultation is with some experienced person, but once I have the confirmation on what I'm doing, right, I need to communicate to the broad audience, isn't it? Yeah, so that's a consultation. Sorry, communication. Yeah, helping with the plan revision. Yeah, that should happen as well. All good till 4? Like I said, you need to refer to the learner's guide. The questions are simple, could be lengthy, but you need to take it from there. Yeah. Number 5. What are the 3 reasons that explain why you need to know organization method to manage contingency? Number 1, if I manage on my own, I'm the one liable for any consequences. Yeah, isn't it? And that's why I need to know how would the organization do it themselves. Right? If someone is not doing their part and I take action on my own and they complain, I'm in more trouble than them. Yeah, and that's why I need to know what is organization standard process before I take care of anything. To comply with process, number one, to be safe, so you're not doing anything wrong. Yeah, and compliance. If I mark your work, I'm following compliance all the time. That my signature has to be there, your signature has to be there. If not, then I send you back. Right? That's APDC compliance process. If I don't follow it, my manager will come back to me. Dushyant, oh, why didn't you do it? Yeah. So even if I don't have that Word document, it's an NYS grid, simple. Yeah. Okay. So that's first 5 question. Anything with that one? Any question for that? Good. Okay. Good. Carry on. 6A, identify and briefly explain 3 key features of performance monitoring system and process it. 3 key features of performance monitoring system, the one which tracks your performance, right? For example, I mean, it's not relevant to operation plan, but you know, if one of the motto is to provide best customer service, the employee has to be on time, isn't it? If the employees are not on time, how can you expect to provide customer service because the customers are lined up in a queue? So if your time for opening the business is 9 a.m., you should be in the office by 8:50 a.m. But how do you monitor that? And whether you come in time or not, or whether you left on time or not. The punching machine is a monitoring system which will tell you that, okay, whether, you know, Frank did come on time, leave on time. Yeah. The tracking machine. Okay, that's one example, right? Key features to monitor the progress. Key features of performance to monitor the progress, to be on track with everyone, right? It will make it easy to implement as well. That's one of the features that should be there. You don't want to overcomplicate things. If you do, people won't listen to you. You need to be able to tell them in a simple way. Yeah. Right. B, provide 3 reasons why do you know about key features of. Okay, these are the reasons and those are the key features. If you know the key features, you'll use the latest updated one, isn't it? To know the latest updated versions. Yeah. If you know the reason, you can convince your supervisor as well. Yeah, convince your manager or organization as well. Right? And you know the pros and cons before you adopt anything. If I adopt a punching machine system where employee has to punch in when they come to the business or the organization, punch out when they leave the business, then it's a kind of good tracking system. But what are the reasons I need to know it? To ensure there is transparency, to ensure there is smooth operations. Yeah, these are some of the reasons that I need to be aware of the key features. Number 7, identify 5 steps in the process approach to problem solving. You need to refer to that one, like a process approach of problem solving. If there is a problem, how do you solve it? With the process approach. Yeah. The first thing is to identify the problem, gather the information, analyze the issue, determine a possible solution, and take action. I'll repeat again, maybe a bit slowly. Identify the problem. Yeah. Next is gather the information on the problem. Yeah. Next is analyze the issue. Determine possible solution. And finally, take actions. Again, you have to read them and expand your answer a bit. Next, give 3 reasons that explain why you need to know the common method of problem solution. 3 reasons. So you're talking about a common problem solving method. Anyone? Why do you need to know about some common methods of problem solving? So you can have the best approach to solution, isn't it? To select the best approach. If you got a situation, how do you solve it? Right? What are the reasons you need to know a solution method? So you can solve it most effectively in a timely manner with the optimal resources that you got. And then you can recommend this solution to a group of people. Yes, assist to solve our problem. Thank you. Very good. Yeah. Help the approaches. Help to select the right approaches. Yeah. Just to name a few reasons. Yeah? Okay. Right. Describe 3 creative thinking techniques that can be used to generate solutions to problem and provide an example of when and why you would use each of this technique. What Ashwin said before a while, brainstorming the ideas. That's one of it. Right? Creative thinking technique. Do we know what's creative thinking? Thinking outside of the box. That's called creative thinking. And then you explain what is brainstorming. Yeah. Next is using dedicated team. So you select one team to solve one particular approach. Yeah? And who knows this word? Phi, Y. Anyone has seen that before? The phi, Y? Yes, no? The phi, Y technique. What, when, where. What, when, okay. Not on top of my head. Give me 1 second. Phi, process. You ask the why 5 times. Okay. Okay, so for example, that's an example given here that if you ran through the red light, I mean, again, I'm talking about Australia. Yeah, first why is, why did you do that? You say, oh, I was running late for the work. Okay. Second time, when you ask why, oh, you woke up late and that's why you were late to work. Yeah, why? Oh, alarm didn't work, or I slept late. You know, the next why, oh, because the battery was exhausted. and I forgot to charge my thing, and that's why alarm didn't work, and that's why I woke up late, and that's why I'm late to work. Yeah. And final why is, oh, I forgot to check the battery or the charging. Yeah, I just shared the link. It's a good article to read through. Yeah, so that could go with our third creative thinking technique. Okay. 9A. Provide 3 examples of action you can take to manage and support staff who work on operation plan. How can you support an employee, a staff member? Anyone? How do you support the staff who work on a plan? Give them abundance of information, all the required information, resources. Yeah, tell them who is responsible for what. If they don't know whom to contact when they are in doubt, what will they do? How many staff members they got? What's the budget approval? Yeah, whom to assign the task, so delegating of the work. Any professional development for the team or the individual has to be supported as well. So that's another thing. Yeah. Again, give 3 reasons why you need to know. I mean, these are the examples, these are the methods. That is the reasons why you need to know. Yeah, go with that. Now the questions are like, they provide 3 examples of implementation method and the reasons why you need to know various methods. Implementation method that may be used for operation plans. Anyone? Again, it's a part of learner's guide and you'll have to read a bit, but I can tell you a few hints. The work plan, right? Use of the work plan. Any performance management system, how you capture the performance management and all that. Strategy technique to manage or support human resource or the HR department. How do you manage your physical resources? How do you manage your financial resources? The technique or the strategy to do that will all be under implementation methods. Okay. And again, the reasons to support that. Here the example, here the reason. They follow the same pattern. Yeah. Very important. I like the questions on budget. Yeah. Okay, we have covered 10 questions. Any doubt so far, or is everyone clear what's happening? Yeah, all good. These are something that you'll have to read and respond. It's not something that you can do it on your top of your brain, you know, and that's why I gave you the learner's guide in PDF and Word, right? But again, my job is not to give you the response, to send you in the direction how you find the response. Because if I were to give you all the responses, what's the point of assessment, right? Yeah. And this week is a lot relaxed, so you'll have some time. I mean, you can use all the time today, bit in tomorrow morning, while everyone is still settling down to capture the information. Yeah. If you don't need to print, please don't print it. It's a 140-page document, thanks by all of you, right? Simply use the PDF or the web version and you can highlight from it. It's even easier for you to find it from a Word or PDF document using Control F button. Yeah, find options is a lot easier, right? I can't expect that you will read all the 140 pages. That's why I'm saying Control F. Yeah, ideally you should read as much as you can. Yeah, but we know the reality. Right, let's continue. Question 11. Briefly outline the role of budget in the operation plan. What is budget? Budget will help you to stay on track, isn't it? If you have planned a budget, okay, this is my salary, right? Whatever amount. Let's be, when we have to say, let's be good in what we are saying. Yeah, let's say you are getting 100K a salary, then the budget that you might have, right? This much is going to my expenditure. This is my rental or installment. This is my investment, right? And all that is a budget. Controlling your expense, controlling the flow of the income that you receive. Yeah. Okay. Right. In the table below, name the financial statement from the information provided about them. Okay, again, that's something that you need to read. Summarize the financial performance of business over time. It reflects business past performance and is the report most often used by business owner to track its performance. It also known as an income statement. It summarizes income for a period and subtract the expense incurred for the same period. Anyone? What is this stuff? Come on, guys. Anyone? It's also known as the income statement, whatever income you know. Very good. Did you know it or you look for it? Ah, okay, that's great. Awesome. Profit loss system. Good job, sir. Thank you. Okay, next one. Because it tells you what is your profit and loss. That's the whole game. That's the whole game of a business. Yeah, you should be able to have something surplus. If you're making loss, how long can you survive when you're making loss? Like technically, when you make loss, like what does it mean, right? If you're $100, you spend 120 and you say, oh, we got a $20 loss, but where is that 20 coming from? You definitely borrowed from someone. Someone supported you with that $20 in expectation of some favor. Unless it's a not-for-profit charity company, that's a different story altogether. But yes, if you have 100 as an incoming, you said, oh, I overspent it. What do you mean by overspent it? If you don't have money, how will you spend over? Right? Someone would have given you those money. Yeah, 100 plus in bracket 20. And at the end, it should offset out. Yeah. Right. Next one, used to provide information about a company's gross receipt, gross payment for a specific period. Yes. Anyone? Awesome, sir. Good job. Cash flow statement. Very good. Very good. And the last one, contains summarized information on a company's asset and liability if the liabilities are subtracted from the assets. This statement of equity or the amount of company's owner or stockholders hold. What is it called? 3 on 3. Great. Great job. Balance sheet. Since Asbin sir gave all the response correct, he will give you a trade. Yeah. Money and town ground. How far it is? Very far? No, close by. You are in money, right? All of you are in money building? Yeah. And he's in town ground. Okay. How far it is? Few kilometers? 10 minutes drive?
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes, right?
Oh, okay. Not too bad. So Spencer, you can go, yeah? That's fine. Good, good. Okay. Right. Let's keep going. A few more questions to go. Provide 3 reasons why you need to know the budget or other financial information for the organization when preparing and implementing an operation plan. Number 1, to get a feel for the financial performance. If you don't know the budget or financial information, you are just shooting in blind thought. You don't know how much money you are earning, how much money you are spending, just, on just the blind faith of God. Yeah, and that's not how a business should work. And in reality, of course, we say it a lot that God will take care of us, but still we need a planning. Yeah, you need to know exact numbers, right? Understand the current or the financial position. You can spend wisely, you can approve the resources wisely. If someone has done a requisition for a resource, you said, oh, I don't have money. Why? Because you don't have the numbers in front of you, right? Right. So that was some of the reasons you need to know the numbers, financial information. Yeah. What are 2 typical organization objectives relating to cost? Reduce it. That's a typical, reduce the cost, reduce the expenses, isn't it? Yeah. And it stays within the budget, right? Why do you need to know the cost objective? Again, follow what you said here, right? To ensure you have always sufficient funds, you never run out of fund, you pay your employee on time, right? The more money left over to the company in terms of profit, there's a greater chance the company will really, grow in future. Okay, number 15. Complete the table below by indicating whether the situation described is a shortfall or is a surplus. What is a shortfall? The money falling short, you overspent, and surplus is you have some money with you. Okay, actual revenue was greater than projected revenue. Surplus or short? Thank you. Revenue is another name for income. So you got more income than you the projected. Actual market shares were less than the projected market share. Shortfall, thank you. Actual revenue was less than projected revenue. Shortfall, thank you. You are knocking it off. Good. Actual unit sales were more than projected. Surplus. And actual profit was higher than projected profit. That's also a surplus. Yeah. Now, don't get tricked around because all this is actually the first one and projected is the second one. So from greater or less is easy to predict whether it's a plus or it's a minus. Yeah, shortfall is a minus, surplus is a plus. But if it was other way around, then you need to think a bit. Yeah, if your actual is higher than the projected, it's always a plus. Yeah. Thank you, sir. And the last question. Provide 3 examples how you should treat shortfall and surplus that arise while working together to achieve organizational goal. If you have a shortfall, what would you do? You can minimize or avoid shortfall if you know your numbers well, if you know what are your outgoings. Yeah. When they exist, try to capture some money from some investor, from your future planning. Yeah. And the third thing is surplus is always a good thing. Don't worry about that. Manage it wisely. Yeah, surplus. Whenever you have a surplus, just manage it wisely. Invest is for a better future, and keep it in your allocation of resources. So whenever you are in shortfall, you can use the surplus. Let's say you have a surplus this year, but do you think every year you might have a surplus? So keep those money aside. So if there is a shortfall, you can use the previous year's surplus money, or if you always have a surplus, if your business model is really good, you're always making money, then you expand your business.